Fair enough. Thanks, Sheila. Sheila looking especially cute in her glasses right now. Let's see. Yeah, I think probably cleaning out all of this is it's time. Let's be honest with ourselves. Whomp. Also, this needs to be deconstructed. Now, the problem with this being deconstructed is that the moment I do that, this is all going to turn off, which is a bit of an issue. So, I want that done quickly so I can reconnect it. Cute Shelob in Minas Morgul with glasses. No. She didn't ban you. She's scouting out the area to make sure it's safe for you. Ah, I see. Yeah, that makes sense. Let's speed time up a bit. I accidentally ended an Oni run earlier by accidentally opening the path to space and venting 95% of the gas in my base into space. Yeah, don't do that. Generally doesn't lead to good times for your duplicants. They're quite partial to having, you know, stuff to breathe. They're mortar safes, though. Right. Okay, power is now shut down, so we need to rebuild this. Again as a priority 9. That really needs to be done, like, actually before now. So get to it, please. Right. Let's build this. No. Cancel that. We don't need that done on priority 9. See, this is the problem with messing around with priorities. This can be done when you get the chance. It is not an urgent job. But having more gas storage for our limited supply of natural gas, that is a priority for me. And see, herein lies the issue with allowing keeping the abyssalite as much as possible. You end up with the little pockets that you can't really do anything with. Oh well. Right, we need to start digging out all the way across. These will be low priority jobs for the most part. I don't need them done quickly. I just want them done eventually. Eventually is good enough. If you're wondering why I build my ladders like this, instead of the typical 4 gaps between that I pretty much do everything else at, the reason for this is that from the ladder below, you can construct the ladder above. If this was a 4-tile gap, then it would put the ladders 5 tiles apart, effectively, which is outside of the reach of a duplicant, which is kind of annoying. Okay, half of that is not going to be built because of plants. There are times when I do wonder, like, yeah, maybe I should add some mods. You see, this is where I need to pop these down onto a low priority. Because if I don't, well, even if I don't, actually, there is still a chance that it'll happen, but they can very easily, and with great glee, I feel, trap themselves. Because they know then I've got to dig them out, and that annoys me. Let's get all of this dug away. Half of that is... oh, actually, okay. It apparently works. Really? Surely not. No, there we go. And eventually we'll clean all of that up. The idea is to remove as much as random gubbins from the world as I can, so there's less and less temperature transfer. And less things that the game is having to track. The more compact each lump of thing is, the better it is for me. The more I move things into storage spaces, so on and so forth. The less temperature calculations the game is having to do, the better the frame rate. Oh, the water was from ice that had just melted, of course, and that's no longer really a problem anymore. Thank you so much for looking that up, Tina Decay. You are a scholar and a gentleman, true and true. Thank you. But yeah, getting as much just random gubbins dug up and then moved helps so much. So much. Eventually we're going to dig this out because this actually area is technically sealed off. There's really no reason for us to ever go out this way. This water lock there, though, does prevent us from having to deal with, you know, exposing the base to vacuum. So there's a part of me that feels like putting that there. That too will help in a fairly big way. Enjoy your life, little shovel. Live a good one. See, I would make more of these, but there's just no point. It's already dumping as much as it can onto the conveyor rail as it goes. There's just so much, like, because we had a large storage bunker there. We did down here as well. Yeah, it was down here, yeah. It took us probably a good 20-30 cycles to clean that out. It was a big job. Right, okay, so while all of that's going on, let's get on with some other stuff. I know, other stuff. I'm giving my duplicants way too many jobs, frankly. What is and what isn't connected? That is connected. Okay, so good. I'm thinking that I'm probably going to want this room to have a double... a double... steam turbine in there. Steam generator. I'm trying to decide whether I want passive or active cooling in here, though. Because right now, the beautiful thing, we aren't playing with some of the Space Out DLC's additions, like nuclear. So Weezwarts aren't radioactive, so I can still have a bajillion of them wherever I want if I want passive cooling, as long as I've got a pip to plant them.
Looking dapper.
Another frame rate improvement is a drastic decrease in livestock numbers. I call it the Dwarf Fortress cat frame technique. Yeah. What's the brownish ice? Is it just tinted H2O ice, or is it frozen CO2? Let me go and have a look. You were probably talking about this. Some of this, all of this is actually regular ice, but some of it's got polluted water next to it. Like, all of that is just regular ice. We've got no polluted ice there, but there is polluted ice in some locations. I don't actually think we've got any around to show you. It's just the lighting effect causes it to look a bit brownish, but there is such a thing as polluted ice, yes. Let me see, are there any other... I think we've gotten rid of all of our other ice biomes, sadly. Yeah, so I can't show you. Sorry. But yeah, there is polluted ice. That is a thing. I'm gonna have to go. Apparently I can't sleep when my brain perceives someone to be speaking to me, since it'd be rude. It was fun hanging out though. Oh, Avon, you have a good sleep. Thank you very much for dropping by. And Ember, diolch yn fawr iawn for the 4 months, mate. Thank you very much indeed. Alright, let's have a look. Well, I still see people popping down here from time to time. Oh yes, I've got another volcano over there that I need to tame at some point. Maybe I should actually tame the volcano as a priority. Might be something we could do. We are definitely seeing a lot of water moving this way. I'm kind of tempted to just tunnel through, maybe. I don't know. This water used to be a frozen icy core. It's very much not anymore. North Star and Speaker Blair, have a good night, buddy. We've got 20 tons of plastic, which is very nice. Especially considering I wasn't using Draco power for the plastic this time. Why is this not turning on? Realistically, then, I should allow this to run... Because this is truly free power down here. This should absolutely run from 150 upwards. If that's the temperature that I let it out at, that's the temperature I should start the steam turbines at. And let me just double check that that's the case over here as well. This one is 130. So it starts at 190. So this one waits quite a while, but this volcano puts out a stupid amount of heat. It also stops at 125. So yeah, this is the thing. I could wait until this just heats up more, I guess. It'll just fill up the bar, but yeah, you know what? If we pop that at 190, and the reason why we've done this effectively is that I don't mind if more and more eruptions accumulate copper in here until eventually these turn on. It'll just take some more time, but we'll get the most potential power out of the copper that's there, and it will last the longest. It just will fire less often. And so it's a question of what do you want the most? High efficiency on the turbines, or like, so, you know, power at its peak, or not. And I can't decide which I prefer. I think, you know what, with the one that's using the aqua tuner to cool down, so it had an active cooling loop, it makes a little bit more sense to make use of that. But this one doesn't use an aqua tuner. But it does actually have active cooling of the steam turbines, in a way. It's just using the main base's cooling loop to do it. Whereas this one, even this one does have the main base's cooling loop involved. It's not drawing extra power down here, but somewhere along the line, this is pulling power. It's just pulling the power all the way over here instead. Where this is entering at 39, but it's leaving at 25.
Looking dapper.
So the power does come from somewhere, so it's not free. So encouraging it to be the best that it can be does make sense. Now, the reason why this one in particular is worth kind of holding out until it's at maximum is because we try to tune these up so they get even more power. This one is just whatever power comes out of it. We're not using NG tune-up, because the NG tune-up actually costs resources to operate. We have to get someone down here to make a chip and then apply that chip to the generator, but then it massively increases the amount of power that it can produce. Whereas this one is just, yeah, you know, just run when you can. Heyo, Lord Nidor. Back to the dystopia. Hope you have had or are having an amazing stream. I am having an amazing stream. All the better for you being in chat. Thank you very much for the 7 months, mate. And Mintums, thank you very much for the 31. Morning to Scotland, Aavak. Good to see Oni is back. Right before the stream, I was like, oh, you know what? I've recently done... I've still got Project Zomboid going up on Aavak After Hours. I've still got Star Sector going up on Aavak After Hours. I should grab something that I haven't got going up. And so I was looking through and I was thinking, oh, maybe I should do Thea. because I've uploaded all of the Thea that I had. But I was kind of a bit more in an Oni mood, so I decided to grab that. But on a whim, I decided, I should check how much Oni I've got, though. I'm a little bit embarrassed by how much Oni footage I've got in backlog. 18 hours of Oni footage has yet to be cut up and uploaded. 18 hours! 18! So at the end of this stream, it's going to be a lot more. Yeah, we're going to have Oni for quite some time. I might even do double uploads of Oni until I start uploading the Horizon. I'm not sure I want more than 4 uploads a day on Aavak After Hours, even though it is a VOD channel. Just because at that point, you're starting to hit the sort of like, you know, I am uploading a lot now. This might get a little bit frustrating. We'll see, though. That's one whole stream. Actually, it was 2. It was 2. I must have been feeling a little bit worn out during those streams. One was 10 hours, the other was 8. Right, time to make some changes down here that should more or less mirror the ones up top. Let's get these down here. I'm not sure if I'm going to have any extra entryway in there, but we'll see. There is no Thea 2 to go up. Yeah, so that was like, I was like, maybe I should do Thea 2, because I have uploaded all of my Thea 2 footage, but I was just in a bit of an Oni mood. You know how it can be sometimes. You're like, well, I should do this game, but I want to do this game. And in my experience, it's best to do what you want to do, rather than what you should do. That experience does not translate one for one with the rest of life. I just want to put that out there. When your boss tells you to do a certain thing, you don't get to say, nah, I don't feel like it today. But when your work is content creation, it does generally help to listen to that little voice of like, yeah, I'm more feeling like this right now. That's where my creative passion lies. There we are. Copper being provided. How much copper we got? 11.3 tons. Nice. We've got 88.6 tons of iron. Got 11.4 tons of steel. What the heck? Well, thank you very much for that, Shakal Draconis. If you're in an oxygen not included mood, I recommend breathing. Fair. Yeah, that's good advice. I'd say that was actually pretty useful advice. Right, okay. Enough faffing around. Let's get more stuff done down here. Now, a lot of this is going to be done as and when. But I would actually prefer it done like now. When it comes to the mega base, I want the stuff done now. Because we have dallied along, I feel. Along. What are we putting in here? We've got mirth leaves over there. Okay. I've got a plan for my buddy buds that may or may not be a cunning plan, but I have specifically selected duplicants that do not have an allergy to floral scent. Because floral scent, for those who aren't allergic to it, is actually very, very pleasant. What my plan is to have a staging room for my oxygen. The oxygen will come in from the electrolyzers. It's reasonably hot, 57 degrees. I might need to cool it before I take it any further, actually. I'll need to double check that. But I would like to have a room with buddy buds, plenty of buddy buds in there, so it's full of floral scent. Have the oxygen dumped in that room and then pumped out into the base so that the air conditioning carries the floral scent germ. Now, there's two reasons for this, and I've covered it a little bit previously. Floral scent has germ priority. If floral scent is somewhere, it will prevent other germs from existing there as well. So if I run my oxygen through floral scent first, it'll be wonderfully air-conditioned oxygen moving into the base. 2, it'll be sweet-smelling air-conditioned oxygen, ultra-fancy for an ultra-fancy mega base. 3, if someone got sick, say they got slime lung somehow, and they were chilling out in the base, maybe they were in the hospital recovering from their slime lung. Oh, what a tragedy! They've picked up a nasty disease. Every time they cough or sneeze, what would normally happen is they would produce the slime lung germ, wouldn't be able to do it because floral scent would already be in the air, and it would prevent the other germ from spreading. So it would literally make any infectious disease that is airborne non-infectious. You couldn't have any airborne infectious disease in my base. I know, right? Britain should have hired me to deal with the COVID crisis. I know. Instead, they, paid their friends to build protective gear that didn't work. The fools. But my 200 IQ play here is to make the air hostile to hostile germs. Fabrice is quaking. My lord, those plague doctors with floral scents in their beaks were onto something, indeed. Indeed. I love that that's where your mind went, Shakaldraconis. That's brilliant. Truly marvellous, in fact. But, once all of that's done, which is a priority. Also, I noticed that we've got too many atmosuit ducts. We have got a grand total of 12 beds on each side, and yet we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I need to take these away. Sad, but true. We haven't actually hooked those up to oxygen, so that's fine. So I can have some sort of art in these locations instead, because the decor down here, not great. Not amazing, I'm going to be honest. Did I make these out of gold or something? What the heck did I make these out of? I made a copper. They're very swanky looking, regardless what they're made of. Okay. Either way, I want some more swank. There can never be too much swank in my base, and I am saying swank. For those who are hard of hearing, the word is swank. It starts with an S. My goodness. There you go. That'll look lovely. I could have gone with a painting, but I think a nice big marble statue would... Oh, wait. I've just had a cunning plan. Very cunning. And we're going to use a golden statue there. And we are going to have a golden shower. No, god damn it. I said that before thinking about it. We're going to have a shower made of gold ore. God damn it. Oh, I do this to myself. When they drop off their Atmo suit or before they get into it, they can have a quick shower if they want to, is what I was trying to say. I didn't realize it was going to be this kind of stream. Why? We can also have a nice statue on that side as well. Zeus would like to know your base's location. It's so bad because, it, like, as the word was coming out of my mouth, it was like, but it was too late. It was too late, chat. It had already happened. Very sad. I need a... where will I get the canister station? Refinement? No, ventilation maybe? Yeah, the canister filler. There we go. We'll have a canister filler over here. Right there. Obviously, we're going to put other things around it, like plants and the likes. I need to do something with this roof. Oh, dear me. The worst thing is, you did that to yourself. How? You built it on yourself. Like, it was one thing if someone else built it while you were stood there, but you did that to yourself while you were stood on it. With dupes like these. Some of you might think that me calling them duplicants is a bit cruel, but no. No, I assure you it is not. It is a very accurate description. Very accurate. Am I also making these? Yes, I'm making... Oh my good lord. Did you... You did it again, Snowfoot! What? You haven't even gone back yet to get a refill on your air in your suit. So every time you do this, you come a little bit closer to not being alive anymore. Oh, my lord. Twitching slightly. Damn it. Everyone taking what I say out of context. Rude. Actually, you know what? How far can you reach? You can reach quite far. I could have another item up there. So 1, 2, 3. So 1, 2, 3. Nah, that's a shame. But if I moved you down, you might actually be able to reach onto this floor. I could have, possibly, 2 refrigerators in here. Because one refrigerator can only hold 100 kilos. I mean, it's 100 kilos of food, though. That's like a whole actual person's worth of food. They're a muscular person, too. That's like prime meat. They were out there thinking that they were the apex predators, but really, the apex predators were just being lazy in the shade, waiting for the wannabe apex predator to bulk up a bit, and it would be actually worth their time to go and eat, because true apex predators are efficient. They are not simply showy. Some of them are quite showy, but they want to be the apex predators. And perhaps some anthropologists and biologists, thought, no, look at them, they've got this giant, showy clump of hair and all these spangly bits that cost a lot evolutionarily to build and to maintain. They must be an apex predator. No, they just really like having sex. It's got nothing to do with how good they are at hunting. Efficiently showy. Dupes are always looking for a place to die. Yes, that's true. I got to sleep after a nice rave with my boy. Oh, well, I'm quite glad. Right, let's see how this goes. I don't like having that wire there, I'm going to be honest, but it is what it is. I could actually hide it, thinking about it. crown molding made of, I think granite is about the swankiest stuff that I've got. So yeah, it's going to be granite. This room does not require lighting, I don't think, but I'm somewhat hesitant to not give it any lighting whatsoever, so I will... no, I don't need to give it a sun. There's needing to see what you can do, and then there's, you know, being able to sunbathe in the light to see what you can do. My lord. Let's hook that up. There we go. Sorted. Now, the final one. Now, how much power does this line pull at this point? Yeah, we can still afford 2 gas pumps down here. What did I make these gas pumps out of? Copper ore. We also had a gas element sensor, so if not oxygen... Well, actually, I may... I might take away that gas element sensor, actually. Yeah, because originally I wasn't intending to make this into a... I was initially intended just to pump stuff out if non-oxygen accrued up there, so basically a gas hood and a gas... well, the opposite of hood, I guess. But I think at this point we're going to use something else. I would like a... atmos pressure. Actually, I'm going to put it there just to save on a little bit of wiring. Oh, what did I make it out of? Yeah, copper, good. And then we will run a copper wire across between them. There we go. We are going to want a gas vent. Or rather, a gas filter. Right here. Insulated pipe running up. Actually, no, it doesn't need to be an insulated pipe at all. We can absolutely have it just be a regular gas pipe. Though I do want to use... what am I using over here? Oh, we are actually using sandstone. Wow, what a non-swanky material to use. I feel ashamed. Oh well. Let's come down and then across. Actually, if that is... No. We need to decide what we're going to do next. Basically, if this is not CO2... then I next need to test whether it is not oxygen. And if 'tis not oxygen... So actually this becomes a rather expensive setup over here. Same up here, actually. Well, at least on this side, the only thing I need to test for is oxygen. Am I making these? Oh, I am making them out of steel. Okay, well, maybe deep down, I am a little bit more swanky than I realized. But I am going to cancel this. Deconstruct that, please. There is no reason for me to go up that far. I will move into the next one. And then back down. There we go. Over here we'll do exactly the same thing, so let's line it up. This will be the oxygen. Run that along the side, and up and out. Actually, at this point it can straight be out, because it's not oxygen, I don't care. This one, however, if it is oxygen, I want that coming back out and into the system. It's not the prettiest, I know. And that does actually make me sad. However, it is functional. And that makes me happy. We want gold. If I really wanted to be swank, I could just make it out of niobium. But it's not really functional then, really, is it? That's like making anything out of osmium. It's like, did you need it to be made out of the densest, heaviest element on Earth? No, not really. I just wanted to make it out of something really precious and rare, you know? And gold just wasn't cutting it for me. You know, gold is nice to look at, but it's kind of basic. Let's be honest now. No, real wealthy people give their partners rings where the diamond is just osmium shaped like a gem. To be fair, that would actually be able to buy a small country. So, you know, it depends on how your partner, you know, measures how much you you care for them. It's like, do you really love me? Would you be willing to pay enough money to buy a small country but not actually end up with a small country? That's how much you love me? Well, there we go. Get me osmium then. Gold for show, osmium for a pro. Gas pumps look like cheery mushrooms. I love that. That is amazing. Well played. Actually, 1,500... No, 15,000. 1,500 should be enough, I think. Oh, no, 2,000. Let's say 2,000. If the gas pressure is 2,000, then it activates. Rare metals are definitely the way to my heart, not diamonds. See, I can agree with you there, Chromorific. It simply makes sense, you know? There we are. I mean, it's like... Diamonds, I mean, diamonds are precious, largely because they're rare. Yeah, they have industrial applications, but you can just make them at this point. They're not actually that rare anymore. And there's things with much higher refractive indexes, so if you want shiny bling, diamonds are actually not the best thing to go for. It's just the way that is. I'm sorry, diamond mine owners, but your days are numbered. The people must know. Oop, that's not what I wanted to do. My veins and arteries are the way to my heart, personally. I mean, you know. If you're basic and unaltered, I guess. But who's that anymore? My lord, imagine we're living in a world where, you know, you trusted evolutionary biology to control the access to your heart. Man, you know, just living in the time of our forefathers. I hear it was quite a simple time, to be fair. Before they understood the strength and purity of steel. And they had to rely on the crude temples of flesh that they called a body. There's something quaint about that, I guess. How about, though, we actually genuinely get that torn down? Because, come on now. Stop dragging your feet, people! I know you've got the materials for it! We're crazy, crazy rich! Temples of flesh is a wonderful phrase. I'm glad you approve. Our Dracos are doing okay, which I'm actually kind of happy with, because I really wasn't certain that they were going to survive for very long. Alright, but at this point, that then has to leave the system. This is now oxygen that needs to rejoin our oxygen pipeline and enter whatever kind of wonderful room that we create for it. I don't need these anymore. And the reason why I don't need those anymore is quite an interesting one. Is because it occurred to me, it's like, why am I worrying about piping all of this in here? I mean, this one, I guess I could allow for now, but even that doesn't really need to be there. I'll probably tear it down in a bit. But I can just create a transit tube access and then seal it off for the outside. And while people are working on it and making it a perfect vacuum, I just wait for the transit tubes to do that, and then when it's done, I wall it off, and then I just break out. I'll be fine. Man, I stopped by the best moment. Hey, yo, mate. At least I don't need to worry about evolution shutting down my heart because a payment gateway went down and my subscription ran out. Okay, you have a fair point there. You may have a point. I am willing to concede. But yeah, I think getting all of this set up now, the problem here is how am I going to pipe this? This is fresh water, I believe. It is fresh water, yes. So we'll bring that fresh water down. Oh, poop. Can't go through there, so I'm going to have to go... okay, well, in that case, no. Fresh water comes down here. Up in both directions. I'm actually going to give it priority. No, these showers are basically a luxury. No, they're not really, though. I'd like to say they are, but they're not, because I would sooner have someone not bring, like, slime lung into my... some sort of germ into the base. What's it made of? Than be able to work on a mechanical surfboard. I mean, losing stress is good, but you've got a dozen other ways to lose stress. The showers are a priority. Now, taking the waste water away, though, is going to be a tricky one for me. Actually, I guess I can just hook up here. It's not going to be the nicest looking. And that pains me a little bit, but it will work. And there's a certain quality to things that work. Oh, no. There we go. Right, that'll deal with the fresh water coming into the system and also the dirty water leaving the system. Fresh water comes in here. Where does our polluted water leave? It leaves at the top. Interesting choice that I made. Past me had interesting ideas. Not gonna say I agree with them, but, well, they're done now, so I guess we'll live with it. My body is only a temple in the sense that it's crumbling and needs extensive modifications and support structures. I think you just described half of chat, actually. I think pretty much everyone here can relate to that on some level. I'm going to be perfectly honest there. Oh, wow. It is too early for those kinds of truth bombs, my lord. Alright, how are we going to connect this up? Do I want 2 aqua tuners to cool the massive water loop? I think I do, because it's going to be a big place. I'm going to have a very voluminous area for the air conditioning setup. Very voluminous.